A double-decker pizza cooked in the Ooni Koda 16. Has it been done before? What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my pizza channel. It's the Pizza Guy John, and today we're going to be making a double-decker pizza. Double-decker pizza, you may be asking? Follow along and I'll show you. Before, let's go and take a look at the oven that I've had preheating now for about 30 minutes. It's the Ooni Koda 16. And we're looking about 870, so we're looking perfect in the oven. So double-decker pizza, regular pizza on the bottom and another extra layer on top. So I got a 265 gram dough ball here and about 140 gram dough ball here that I'm gonna be laying on top. So again, that's what's gonna make a double-decker pizza. So let's go ahead and let's get our dough out, and we're first gonna go ahead and roll out our small one. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's gonna go ahead and get rolled out. So we're just gonna kind of get this out here. And we're just gonna get all the air out. Like I said, this is just the top layer, so it doesn't have to be super perfect, but you wanna get all the air out of it. So let's go ahead and let's get all this semolina out. And like and subscribe to my videos, turn on that bell notification to be notified when I do make new videos. But we're gonna go ahead now and we're gonna get this kind of rolled out now. And the bottom base is gonna be 12 inches. So this, we kind of want to get it to about, I don't know, what would we say, about 10 inches or so. Like I said, this just goes on top. I think that should be good. I'm gonna kind of just get this out just a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just get this laid out here. Put this to the side. So it's not in the way, but it's out of the way. All right, and now we're gonna go ahead now and get our main base here. And the toppings, before we do get into it, it's just gonna be some pepperonis. We got our tomato sauce and our mozzarella. So just a simple pizza, but it's gonna be really good. And before I get that, I am gonna be using a screen. Usually I'm against using screens, but I feel like in this case, I need a screen. That way, it's gonna be heavy, so I don't want it to get stuck to the oven or anything like that. So it's just gonna help me out, which is fine. So I just make sure this is not getting stuck. All right, so let's go ahead and get this stretched out now. And so again, we're just kind of getting it to the size of about 12 inches. Get a little bit more semolina. And this is just the Polish method. So I will go ahead and link a video that I've done using the Polish method, again, which is what I really, really like to use. So, but we're gonna go ahead and get this stretched down, just building our crust. And let's go ahead now. And again, like I said, this is about 260 gram dough ball. So it'll be good for a 12-inch pizza. All right, so now at this time, like I said, we're gonna go ahead now and just put it onto our screen, which I've already greased it up or oiled it. So we're just gonna kind of get this on here. And then we'll do a last cook with it off the screen. That way I can make sure that the bottom does get cooked nicely. So I'm just gonna kind of get this round to it. Looks perfect. So then we're gonna go with our tomato sauce down, of course. just regular tomato sauce. This is the Bianco del Napoli tomatoes, my favorite tomatoes that I like to use. Then we're gonna go ahead and get our cheese. We're not gonna put too much cheese here because you'll see I'm gonna put more cheese on top as well. So just enough to kind of get some on here. Maybe a couple more pieces. Okay. And then now with our pepperoni, and then we'll basically do the same thing on top once we get this top base. So let's just get this. And if you made it this far, again, like my video, check out my Instagram at the Pizza Guy John. And I'll leave those out. All right, so now that we have that here, we're gonna go ahead now and get our top base. Like I said, this is just gonna go on top like this. Kind of just get this. It's almost kind of like a cake, like some sort of pie. And you can see it stretched out just a little bit too much, but I think that will be fine. And then we're not going to do too much sauce because, again, I don't want it to get too heavy, so it's going to kind of get some sauce here. And this is, again, just to kind of keep it from lifting. And so now we'll go ahead and get some cheese and just kind of get some cheese here and there. Like I said, this is just to keep it, but this is what makes it the double-decker pizza. And finish it off with some more pepperonis. And maybe do one more right here and one in the middle. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and let's get it to the oven. That's looking good. Let's just get that. And let's get it cooking. And what I'll do at this point is I will turn the oven down to super low, or actually I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the oven off. And let's get it cooking. Just to make sure that it cooks evenly before we go ahead and spin it around. So give it about 30 seconds. And yeah, I could really smell those pepperonis cooking. So it's basically double pepperoni, double mozzarella. So we're just gonna get that to cook for a couple minutes, a couple of seconds. You can already see the back end is already starting to rise a little bit more. All right. Now what I'll do now at this point again is I will go ahead and just get it to spin around a little bit. All right. And just kind of lifting it up this way. That works. And we'll just let this other side now get some rise. It's not gonna really cook the bottom too much. Like I said, I will then take it off and allow the bottom to cook just a little bit more. But we just want to make sure that we're getting a full cook all the way around, which hopefully that's the case. And yeah, it smells good. So we're just gonna get this spun over here. And let's see if I could be able to take it off, which it is coming off so perfect. Again, I'll just take it off here in a bit. All right, so now what we'll do, I feel like now it's probably a good point. We'll go ahead and get it turned back on. So it's all the way turned down. And we're just gonna allow it to cook now just a little bit more, get the crust a little bit more brown. Just kind of making sure I'm able to lift up. Alright, and I'm just gonna kind of take my time now to kind of just make sure that we're spinning it around. You can see it's starting to kind of bubble up in the middle. So I'm trying to keep it away from the flame. Like I said, I don't really want to burn it. I'm just kind of cooking it slow and making sure that we're getting everything evenly cooked. As you can see, again, it is lifting up pretty good. But we're just slowly cooking it towards the front of the oven. And yeah, you could definitely feel that it's a heavy pizza, but it's cooking. Again, crust is cooking nicely now. So we'll just make sure we get it a little bit spun around. And then comment down below, you know, what do you think of this? You know, as a double-decker pizza, would you eat something like this? Or would you actually order something like this? And so the crust is cooking nicely. Okay. Cheese is melted on the top nicely. Feel like it's now pretty good cooked. I'm gonna take it out now. Let's take a look at it real quick. As you can see, everything is nicely cooked. Top is cooked nicely. Feel like that is nicely cooked. Everything is cooked on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is turn the oven off now at this point. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to see. The bottom should be able to come off nicely. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and slide this onto the oven here. And we're gonna go ahead and get that base cooked. Now make sure that the bottom is nice and crispy. But I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. Again, it's a double-decker pizza cooked on a screen. Smells good. It looks good. And again, comment down below, would you order something like this? I know I would. Who wouldn't? It's pizza, right? Cooking nicely. Let's get this spun this way. And see, that's the good thing about using a screen. Again, I've done a video, you know, screen versus no screen. And you know, there's definitely some benefits, as like I said, you know, for this purpose, you know, this is a good benefit of it. You know, it helps keep everything together. If you were just to put it on, you know, maybe you might have an accident, but you know, it definitely allows for to stay together basically. But I wouldn't use a screen in my everyday business if I had one, and I feel like it just takes away the purpose of it. Again, not all pizzas are you know, round, so you know, some people use them, some people like them. To each their own. All right, bottom's nice and crispy, cooked, pepperonis are good. Let's go ahead and get this inside. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let this cool down, and then we'll get a cut and taste test of this. Here is the double-decker pizza. You got your 12-inch base right here. Underneath, you got your just your regular pizza sauce, your pepperoni, and your mozzarella. On top of that is another pizza base rolled out thin to fill the inside with tomato sauce, pepperoni, and mozzarella cheese. Like I said, here it is. Look how nice and evenly cooked it is. Perfect cook. So let's go ahead and get a cut into it, and let's take a look in the inside of this. You can hear that crunch all the way through. Nice and soft. Perfect. It smells good. So let's go ahead and get this right here. Cut it all the way through. It's like a Chicago style pizza. And so let's go ahead and take a look. Here is your pizza. Again, you got your base here. Right in the inside, you got your sauce, pepperoni, and cheese. So let's go ahead and get a bite in this. Cooked nicely, evenly all the way through. You get your sauce, extra sauce in the inside. The mozzarella is melted evenly in there as well. Honestly, probably one of my best pizzas I've made. Look at this crust here as well. Such a good pizza. Like and subscribe to my videos. Tell me what you think about this. You know, is this something that you again would order? Have you tried something like this? Have you seen someone else do it? Check out my Instagram at the Pizza Guy John. I look forward to connecting with you. Thank you.